It turns out we're talking to each other less than we used to. Here to talk about the implications is Dr. Cheryl Ziegler, a licensed clinical psychologist. So how much less are we talking?
We are talking about 30% less.
Stop it.
Yes,
when?
from 2009 when this study started.
30%.
30% less.
To be fair, we're not talking less. We talk more.
No, I feel
but you're
like I
talking
talk all
about
day.
we as a society.
We as a society. But here's the thing. We're not communicating less. So we're texting and we're DMing. It's not that we're communicating less. We're having face-to-face actual conversations a lot less.
I wonder if it means we're communicating more. Like, because you weren't texting nonstop, you weren't on social media DMing, you weren't FaceTiming. So
Yes.
I wonder if at the end we're communicating, but I guess how good is the communication?
Well, this is the thing. We are still human beings. And human beings thrive off of eye contact and reading body language and nodding or like, oh, no, Kim's not liking that, what I'm saying, right? If I'm just texting you, I don't know how you're feeling about something. I
No.
need to read you, right? And then that changes my tone, my cadence, whether I smile, whether I get serious, whether I just stop what I'm even saying and say, is there something wrong? I'm sorry, I'm going on and on about something. That's what we're missing. And that's the impact on human behavior and our mental health and just our sense of loneliness.
Yeah. And you're right. I mean, sometimes you have to weigh your words carefully in a text because you're thinking, how did that come across?
Yeah, there's no tone in
right?
text. It's awful.
But that idea of reading somebody and just being present, so this has to not be good for our mental health.
Sorry, excuse me. You're right, it's not. And so the title of this study was called, let me see if I can remember. It's something like sliding into loneliness or it's like sliding into isolation, I think
Instead
it
of
was
your
called.
DMs,
Yep.
sliding into silence.
Sliding into silence.
Thank you, Megan.
Sorry, I have this cough. So sliding into silence, right? Even if we were texting, you wouldn't know I have a cough. Like you wouldn't know, oh, do you feel good? Are you tired? Like all those things. But
And it changes our behavior toward you. Like I was looking for
Absolutely.
water here if we have one that was
Exactly,
unopened, or
right.
whatever the empathy, compassion you have for somebody that you don't have when you're doing sort of like sterile communication.
Exactly.
There's your
So,
water.
Kathy is bringing
so
you one
nice,
case
because I'm going to
you
do
need
one
it.
more big cough. So one of the things, though, that this study talks about is we can just start making little changes within our family's relationships that can get more words, like having meals with no screens.
Definitely.
Yeah, and
That's
so
flat
many
out.
people are working on that, I know, with families and things like that. But that eye to eye, and it's also a gift you're going to give your kids because eventually there will be a day when they're going to be doing a job interview or something that's going to be really important, or talking to a professor or somebody. And that ability to have good eye contact really sets you apart.
Absolutely. Or in my case, I have a kid going off to college next week. And so when they feel loneliness, right? When she might feel some loneliness, I don't want her hiding behind a screen and just scrolling or just texting. Call somebody or meet your neighbor, right? Or talk to your roommate. Like those are the skills. This is where it becomes very real. And it's not just, oh, get kids off of screens. There's a real life translation now. You're a young adult. In order to not slip into the loneliness of that particular generation, right? It was 18 to 23 that were the most lonely. Today's data is now 14 to 18. So basically, 14 to 23, we've got this loneliness crisis. And one of the things that this study is here to say is just talk to people. And even at the grocery store, we've talked about that. At grocery stores, strangers, all of it counts.
Good way to practice. So next week, or not next week, maybe the week after, maybe you should come talk to us about what it's like to say goodbye at college and let it go. You're going to be right.
Because you think we could get through that segment? We've both done
man.
it. It's yes.
That's the thing.
There's
Yeah, this week
emotional,
I'm
moral
coughing.
support.
Next week I'll be
You'll
crying.
be crying.
Yeah, you'll have to
absolutely.
tell us because a lot of parents are doing that for the first time, and it's
They are.
that car drive away.
I'm already dreading it. I'm already imagining I'm going to lay down in the back seat. I'm not even going to
Yeah.
sit.
You
I
may
think I'm
hide
just
under
gonna,
a blanket.
Yeah.
If you need someone to talk to, don't text us. Call
That's
us,
true.
and we'll have a face-to-face. Okay.
That's true. Good advice. I will
All right, you
follow
got
that.
it.
All right, thanks, Dr. Ziegler.